All right, guys, I think I am live. Let me know if you hear and see me. We're not at home, so we're trying to make sure this internet service is working. So if you see this, let me know, and then that way we'll make sure we are live. Let me know for sure. Perfect. I think I actually am on. Can y'all hear me? Okay, someone said they can hear me, so that's good. Okay, so let's just jump in. We'll let everybody get in. We don't typically do early morning lives, but I wanted to address what happened to me yesterday with the video from last night that I released. I didn't get to release my normal daily video. I had to release and I had the secret bunker video I wanted to release anyway on this channel, but it was always kind of there just in case I got I got kicked off. And last night's video got kicked off. So we'll kind of talk about that, and then we're going to do some question answering. So all right, so yesterday's video, let me tell you what happened. So we uploaded the video. The video was about some things that were going on, dealing with the escalation with Russia and China. And actually, today was a continuation of that. So today's video is going to be really good. You need to watch it. But I made a comment in that video that was very, very important when it came to the food disparity in uh, dealing with Gaza. I mean, it was a pretty big story. I'm not even going to talk about it now because it seems like I got kicked off for that. The edit went fine. There was nothing wrong with the edit. The music that y'all were hearing was, I'm guessing, from some different source that was not part of my editing campaign. Now I know the song, it's Cody Francis song, but for some reason that song would not get off the edit. So we edit our video in a different platform and then bring it over into YouTube, like most creators do. But what happened was when we moved it over and set it up, now you can edit these videos even into YouTube, but I never do that. So I tried to get that edit out and get that music off, and it would not allow it to come off. It literally would not allow me to turn it down, wouldn't allow me to do anything with it. Have no idea how it got on there. I still it blew my mind. You can ask my wife. I was so upset about it because I could not figure out how to actually fix the problem that was going on. So ultimately, when we just you can go on there and actually say, "Hey, I have a problem with this video," and eventually it got taken down. So sorry about that. There was nothing I could have done. I'm sorry. We're going to keep on speaking truth, but please just stick with me. There's nothing I can do about it. So what we did is we had to take that video off because of the issue with the audio. Something we couldn't help, but it wouldn't allow me to fix it. So then it made me almost look incompetent. So took it off, no big deal. So then what we did is we uploaded the bunker video. We had this on this channel, and we were going to put the bunker video on this channel before we were going to put it on the Life of Kobe Mac. But because we started getting censored on this channel, we put it on Life of Kobe Mac. The video did great over there, but I digress. That's why that video went out last night. Now, today's video, we're going to have a little bit more about talking about what we talked about yesterday, because for some reason it must have pushed some buttons. It's a great video. Please do not miss today's video. We're going to still come out with it. But I wanted to jump on here because I felt like I did not get the quality and the content I wanted to get out yesterday. So sorry about that. So I'm glad that y'all are here. We're going to jump in some question and answering and not really do any of the late breaking news. We're not going to talk about that. We just want to talk to you. So please shoot me some questions. I want to stay on here for about 15-20 minutes and just make sure that we can have interaction together. We are doing the giveaway on the day's video, so please make sure you watch it at 5:30 so that way you can see what and who wins. We're actually going to give away 2 or 3 of our shirts that we designed that's from our home, from our store. We have some soap that we have made, handmade here at our home. It's organic, natural soap. It's perfect. So we're going to be giving some of that away. Also, we're going to give away some prepping goods too. So look out for that video coming at about 5:30. Yeah, they probably did mess it up, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it, sadly. Good morning to everybody that said good morning. Let me know where you're coming from. So I see some New Mexico, Washington State. Washington State, I know it's beautiful up there, but I heard y'all's politics are kind of crazy. Hopefully everything's okay. It was raining here heavily, and we actually had to go out of town. So we were in rain all day yesterday. And so that was another issue where we could not go back in and refilm and try to just put another video out. It, locked that video up last night, and I could not refilm, and I could not go live because there was no service because of the major storms. Yeah, I don't know what it was. The song was a great song. It wasn't the fact the song wasn't good. It's just it shouldn't have been in there, and I don't know how it got in there. Where can we afford to get a good bit real if it's okay? So when it comes to generators, I like generators. If you're talking about battery banks, I like the battery banks from Opus and Opus is probably my favorite. Pecron's my second favorite. Blue Eddy, third favorite. And fourth, wouldn't say it's my I'm not against them, but Dabson, I just did a Dabson video and I really like their content. I just have not had a lot of interaction with them, but I'm starting to learn their machine. I actually took it on this trip and it's worked great. So Dabson's another company. When it comes to like generators, such as home generators, we have a what they call a Duro Max generator. This is a 13,000 kilowatt generator and a 15,000 kilowatt generator. They run off propane and gas, so we like those. And those are pretty economic. We bought ours when they were real cheap. Now they're starting to get a little higher. Best moderate size generator for singles that are older. If you live in a tiny home, you could be around 5 to 10,000 um, kilowatts. If you are in or wattage, excuse me. If you're in a bigger home, and you're wanting to contain just certain parts of your home, anywhere from 10 to 25 is fine. If you're talking about whole home generators, they can get very expensive. They can get in the tens of thousands. So I'd rather you try to stay away from that and try to do like what we did is when we built our home to be able to plug in what we want on that generator. So we have a box that comes in, we can turn off all our house and then turn on only what we want, which is basically our room that has a lot of our freezers, our cool room, and then one or two other rooms where it really focuses on our water, our electricity, and our freezers in that area. Let's see, what would you say about internet connectivity? Is Starlink going to be more reliable than any other source? So far, Beth, the most economic and best internet that I have found has been Starlink. Now, I live in rural Mississippi, and when we travel, Starlink still is tends to be best. Now, if during a storm, you're not gonna get it. I mean, it just is what it is. But, to me, so far, it's been the best internet. Now, I have what they call a little MiFi that I take with me, when on business when we do these kind of things. It works great, but it's pretty expensive for the amount of streaming if you're doing a lot of streaming. So I would challenge you to look at Starlink. It's, to me, the best source. Actually, Elon came out and said that Starlink would actually be okay during an EMP blast because the EMP would be in the atmosphere, not above the atmosphere, and Starlink satellites are above. So they're saying it could withhold it. Now, I don't want to even test that out, but that's the truth. Keep an eye on the news, Colby. West Tennessee is scary stuff happening. Yeah, I agree. It seems like everywhere you go now is bad. It's just unbelievable. I went to Austin, Texas, witnessed so many developing data centers. Yes, data centers, there's nothing wrong with being competitive with data centers and AI. Don't get me wrong, we want to be the top so that way we will not be scammed and hit by other countries. However, the problem is what the data centers need, they need a lot of water, a lot of the grid, and then what kind of water is coming out of their cooling system. So they're taking a lot of water and a lot of energy. So we're going to have to find ways to build energy, maybe some kind of small reactors, or either we're going to start pumping some fuel because we're not going to be able to withstand the amount of energy that it's pulling and also the water that it's using out of aquifers. And then what is it doing to the water when it comes back out? Is it trying to filter out? Is it chemically laced? There's a lot of things there. Love the bunker video. Definitely want to see more of your bunker. Yes, Kent, thank you so much. We're going to be showing a lot of that. This bunker video, please know, this is not some really expensive project. If you're looking at something like this, we did this over a 2-year process. We found out the easy ins and outs of putting a shipping container in the ground. And we'll talk about that. We actually have a video coming up on both channels dealing with how we did that for sure. How's the weather? The weather's pretty good here. We're actually in Tennessee, East Tennessee, and it's pretty comfortable. It's actually way more or less humid than what it is in Mississippi. Let's see. Best sat phone for sat attachment package. The one Lori that I found that tended to do good. Let me give you the name because I don't want to tell you wrong. The sat phone that we have that we carry everywhere, it was hard to understand it at first, but once we got it, we were good. It's called Blue Cosmo. That's the one we have. It's worked good. We've never had a problem. Now, another thing that we have looked into is the Zoleo Texture, the satellite texture. Those are a lot cheaper, and I think they do just as good. You can't call on them, but you can text on them, which is maybe beneficial, especially if it saves you a few $100. Thank you so much for watching our vlogs too, Miss Vicky. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Let's see. 106 in the high desert. Wow. So the crazy thing about us is we don't have a dry heat. We have a very wet heat. So we're like sweating as soon as we walk out the door. So we have that 95 to 98. And then on top of that, the like 100% humidity. Let's see. Yes, we love East Tennessee. We used to have a property up here a long time ago, and we'd come visit up here and loved it. But we don't anymore, but we still like to come up here. Thanks so much, Sabrina. We'll still have videos coming out, so and we still do a lot of work. I do a lot of work off my computer too. Let's see. Data centers don't need potable water to cool the machines, right? Let them use the used water, not our drinking water. I agree. The bad thing, kitty cat, is it takes so much water. So if they're using non-potable water, or they're using potable water, non-drinking water, and they're using water that's like I thought, for instance, I was like, why can't they just get the like salt waters and things like that? Well, they said because it's not because of the salt, it can cause damage, but they're really just using it for cooling. So my thought is just like the story 2 days ago I did about how you see like 1 million gallons of filtered sewage water was dumping back into Texas aquifers, that it was treated with chlorine and fluoride and all this garbage. To be honest with you, why don't you use that? If it's treated good quality water again, instead of putting it back in the aquifers, why don't you use that to actually cool the data centers? Why not? I think that would be a better idea. And that way we could not utilize our drinking water. And actually, it would be something that we don't really want in our water anyway, which is, cleaned sewage water. Hey, Leslie from Nebraska. Welcome. Are you near Pascagoula? No, we're actually southwest. So we're kind of close in the corner of where the Mississippi River in Louisiana is. We're in that area. So we are in South Mississippi, but not on the not on the southeast by the water, the ocean. We're more we're about 2 or 3 hours above New Orleans into Mississippi. So we're closer to the Louisiana and river side than we are to the Pascagoula side. We love your kids. Thank you so much. We enjoy filming with the kids. It's always crazy. John, I do agree with that. We actually are very conscientious. We have to have a music license to be able to play any music that we have on here. And that's what kind of blew my mind about the video yesterday, is that's a licensed song. But how it got on there, I don't know. What did we name the new cow? So we actually are going to do this cow is a heifer. This little calf is a heifer. So this is actually the new black and white cow. If y'all saw it in the video yesterday on Misty and my channel, this is going to be Selah's cow. She doesn't know it yet, so don't tell her. Shh. But she is actually going to get this calf, and we give a calf to our kids. We give a heifer calf to our kids every stage of life. And the reason we give them that, Aiden had one, Harley had one, Eliza had one, because we want them to either say they can build their herd, they can sell and start a process to make money. But if they sell, they cannot use the money. They can give and tithe off of it, but they cannot actually use the money. They actually have to save the money. So the benefit of selling is it gives you some money, but you put it in savings or you keep it and try to grow a herd. So our goal is to teach our children the start off of giving something to them, utilizing it, being a good steward of it. Tony, thank you so much. I used the Berkey water system for 7 years. Love it. I like the Berkey too. Berkey had a few issues with some of the filtration systems. We moved to the Cove Pure, and we've been just as happy with it. So we just like the Cove Pure just because it sits on the counter a little bit easier, goes underneath cabinets, unlike the Berkey. Let's see. Smart money management. Yeah, I agree. We try to teach our children at a young age because, like us building Aiden's house, we're going to end up building this house. I know it's going to blow your mind, and we're going to talk about this on Life of Kobe Mac channel. We're going to end up building Aiden's house for less than about $50 a square foot. I mean, today's market is like $200 or $300 a square foot. We built our house for around $60 a square foot. We're actually gonna build Aiden's cheaper because we're doing a lot of it ourselves. We've learned to be very conscientious and very smart with money. So it's teaching our children to be good stewards and not just borrow everything they want and not try to live above their means. So part of teaching them with a calf at a young age is it teaches them money management all the way throughout. What do you recommend for someone who doesn't have the funds for a bunker? Absolutely. A lot of people cannot build a bunker. It took us years to build this. We actually bought this shipping container for about $4,000 and then started adding to it. So we did it over time. What I'd recommend, I have a video on nuclear fallout about some of the things like potassium iodine, having covers, having sealed documents and sealed extra clothing. We have a whole video on that. It's a stockpile video. Go check it out. It's a phenomenal video. And today we talk about that because we actually had an escalation in the news the last 2 days dealing with nuclear war. You're going to be blown away at what was said by not only our leaders, but by other leaders across the world. So it's a good video to keep an eye on when it comes to nuclear. Virginia, thank you so much. That means the world to us. We try to be as good as possible to our children, but ultimately be good stewards. Great idea. Our kids put themselves through cattle sales. Yeah, I mean, I think one of those things is cattle is doing really good right now. It's high. It's too high to be honest with you, but we teach our children, okay, you can sell and make good profit, but then we're going to utilize it for savings or something else, or you can hold and see how your herd grows. So it's pretty good. Do you sell your honey? We used to sell some. We've learned now because we use so much. We harvest about 15 to 20 gallons of honey each spring, and we do harvest some fall honey. So we harvest anywhere from 25 gallons a year probably, and we usually use it as our main source of sugar. It never goes bad. It's something you can keep on your shelf as long as it's pure. So we don't sell as much as we would like, but we used to. I don't sell as much as I used to. What have the older kids done with their calves? So Aiden had a calf and then sold the pair, so he made money. So he grew the herd and then sold. Harley sold her heifer out because that's when the market really went up and she made really good money. Put that money in savings. Um, Eliza's calf is still looking really good. Hers is weaned and ready to sell, but she doesn't know what to do with it yet. I told her the market's really good. Let's just see if she wants to have it bred. We can let our bull breed it, but I think she's going to end up selling and putting her money up as well. And then, of course, Sayla will be the next one, and then the next two will be Jennings and Livy when it comes to part of our herd. Let's see, cheapest option for buying Ivor and Fenbendazole. The cheapest options I found, sadly, they're not cheap, but is Wellness Company. I have a link, and then Jace Medical, Jace 15. So both the Wellness and Jace use the link. I think Max or the Max. Both of them you can find in our comments. They both have those that you can purchase. If you're wanting to buy the human form medicinal form from a pharmacy, they can sell them directly to you, and it's very easy, very, very easy. Go check out Jace Medical below. Um, you can see your family's real close. Yeah, our goal was not that my family wasn't close. We were close. Misty's family was pretty close too. But ultimately, when we started homeschooling and homesteading and doing everything together, our goal was to be a family unit. And so, even our land, I would rather have less cow and less animals and have more family on my land. So, my goal is to build legacy to where our farm can grow and every child could be on it if they choose to. That's what I really hope. Why are they not using the loop water system with the aqua chiller in the as they do in aquariums? I think they're trying that, Tracy, but I think it needs so much for the cooling and for the grid. I don't know if they get to that capabilities yet. I think they are reusing their water. I think they just take up so much and they have to replace it every little bit. I think that technology will get better. There's a lot of people like Chamath, Papialatia, and Elon. Some of those are starting to really get into these data centers. And I think you're going to see them come up with better, bigger plans that hopefully won't pull so much from the aquifers. Let's see. I just got some Iverm Fenbid compound from Jace. They sent two different dosing recommendations. What's your protocol? We don't use this as a protocol. We use this as an emergency. I do use Ivor as a protocol, and so what we do is we are not doctors. We're not. This is just what we do. During certain seasons, we have a regimen of elderberry syrup and the Ivor. We do a little bit of that every week, just once a day, once a week, excuse me, and that's kind of our regimen during the fall season and winter season. We really don't do it much in spring and summer unless we see sickness hit us. Other than that, we don't. If you buy the first kits, refills are cheaper. Absolutely, you're exactly right. Do you suggest buying animal? Yes, I do. We have a lot of that. It's the cheapest way to do it. And to be honest with you, if you follow the guidelines, if you look and find good quality sources, I have a vet that I spoke to about that. That vet uses the same animal version of it instead of buying his own human version. So just be careful, conscientious, make sure you're taking the right thing. Don't take my word for it. Find a good source. Talk to we talked to a homeopathic specialist and also a vet, and they helped us with that. I always wanted family compound. Yeah, and so will that happen, Nomad Beats? I don't know, but Aiden, we're building his there. I told our kids if they would allow me, I want to help them start their life better because not a lot of parents can do that. I didn't get that. And so if we can help them have a better start to their life, I think that will help them be smarter throughout their life. Do you have a solar system for your property, and can you show us? Yes, we have a setup. We're actually going to show you our bunker setup a little bit more in detail because that's going to be the easiest way to show you the setup. At our home, we use a Blue Eddy and an Opus. One's 5,000 kilowatt, one's 5,000 watt, the other one's 8,000 watt, I think. And then we add batteries to them. And that's so we can run a certain amount off our house, and we have a solar array that goes with that as a plug and play. We'll try to do a video on that. I haven't done one in a while on that. Let's see, are you waking up early, like, at home? Yes, so my family doesn't wake up as early as I do, but even with us on home, not home, we still keep the same regimen. Actually, I talked to my farmer this morning that is assisting me milking right now. He called me this morning, scared me to death. So he called me and said, "Hey, where's the cows?" And of course, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and we got in the bed at 2 o'clock, so I only had 2 hours sleep. I was like, "What? Where are the cows? They're in the field." And like he was like, "No, like where are they at in the field?" I was like, "I don't know. I think they're on the backside." So, anyways, long story short, the cows were fine, but so we still get up at the same time. I don't want to break that regimen and that habit because if I do, then it's harder to get back in that routine when I go back home. And I milk, 365 days a year. Only time I do not milk is when I'm literally not at the house. So it's kind of one of those things where I want to keep that same regimen. Let's see. I'm using Iron for personal use. Great, great job. Let's see. Are you familiar with the pole shift? Yes, I've been reading a little bit on the pole shift. Again, I think we have to be very conscientious of anything dealing with um, weather, with shifting, with all the things going on, because I think there's a problem with modification. But I think when the polar shifts and things like that, I think you're just seeing a war. Okay, if you talk spiritual, I think you're just seeing a world that's dealing with a lot of repercussions of the things that we go through. And I think that the pole shift can really change a lot of things. Have you noticed? I don't know in your area, we've noticed in our area extreme streak lightning. Like there's been a lot of people struck by lightning, and like that's something that's never happened. I remember we used to fish, and we'd see lightning. We're like, okay, just be conscious of it, and we never think more about it. Now it's like, man, we're like unbelievably worried about lightning because it's like striking everybody. I saw Daniel Arms had a video on it. There was 2 or 3 people in our town that they got struck by lightning. It's crazy now, absolutely crazy. Um, no, we can't sell our milk, in Mississippi. See, that's the crazy thing. We're a conservative state that believes in freedoms, and they will allow you to sell, um, cannabis, but not, milk. Isn't that funny? It's unbelievable what our world has done, topsy-turvy. Earthquakes are strange weapons. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, when you talk about tsunamis and hurricanes and, all this stuff, and, like, lately, our weather has come in from a different angle. So, typically, our weather always comes from the northwest and comes southeast, always in Mississippi. So, it comes from, the Oklahoma, Arkansas area and sweeps in. Lately, we've had them sweep in from Texas and sweep in from the coast almost like a hurricane, and there's no hurricane. So it's been very unique. I think a lot of that deals with just manipulation and also the fact that it could be just wrath, a spiritual wrath, which is kind of unique, but I'm just being honest. Our weather in Central Texas has been really strange. Yeah, Miles, y'all have really had it kind of crazy in Texas. Triple digit here in the next week. Yeah, we had, it's funny because we went into cooler temps that was like 85. So we've been running around 90 something. Maybe more metals inside us now. It could be, Chris. It really could be. There's definitely more plastics in us now. Yeah, nomad beads. I probably think so. Unfortunately, someone has been crazier and than normal. I think the sad thing is that's why I think we prepare, and I think that's why we try to be good stewards because you have to be ready for just nutsy things all the time. It's either we have weather or preparing for war or we have something crazy. The market falls out and everybody loses money. I mean, it's like it's nuts. So that's why we always are very, very conscientious of being on top of it. Did you figure out their drone situation? No, we actually did not. We actually spoke to another highway patrol department trying to say, hey, look, you need to be wary of this because we're having the same situation and we can't actually find out what's causing it. We have yet to get two on camera more than just real quick getting up and it just shoots off. They're geothermal drones, and we yet have figured out what they are, who they are actually running. And they're not just running over our property, they're running over several properties. At first, we just thought it was easement lines and, energy companies trying to look at lines. And I know in our area, they have a lot of gas lines just not all over our land, but there's easements. And they always said that CO2 leaks and things like that, they can see with thermal imaging. That's actually what we thought it was, but that's not what it is. Let's see. I agree about the lighting. We had a storm and we seen the bright light. And see, the crazy thing, Jeffrey, is we've been seeing lightning when there's not even a massive storm. Like we were actually driving yesterday, and there's like straight lightning, and it's like cloudy. I mean, don't get me wrong; it looks like it's supposed to rain, but it's no rain in sight. There's no thunderstorms on the radar, and all of a sudden, it looks like streak lightning going everywhere, spider webs going everywhere. It's crazy. Nobody beats we couldn't find them on the flight path apps. Now they said that we could buy, like, the upper grade of that, and I was like, "I don't know if I wanna invest in that because I don't even know if it's gonna be able to tell us much more for me to invest in it." But the free apps did not show up. Here in the mountains of Virginia, we have been having 90 since yesterday. Waking up to 60 is crazy. Yeah. We actually it was pretty cool this morning. It was like 70. I mean, that's cool compared to a normal summer temperature. let's see. Mary, I wish I could help that. That has nothing to do with us. That is a YouTube thing. I don't understand it on lives either. So sorry about that. I have nothing to do with that. But thank you for sticking with me. So, guys, hit me with some more questions. We got about another 3 minutes on here. Any other questions y'all have? Please, again, watch today's video. I have been completely censored. I know I've been talking about this for a year, but it's like every day it gets worse and worse. And so all we're doing is trying to do all we can to put content out. So that's why we've been doing the shorts. That's why we've been doing as much content. We don't want to lose those breaks. So we try not to even take a break. We literally film 365 days a year. So please make sure you're watching that if you can. It means the world to us. And, the way you can help us is just simply pushing thumbs up and subscribing and commenting. That really does help us, and it tells YouTube that this content's important because we want to talk truth. That's all it is. What kind of church do we go to? We're a Baptist church, so in Southern Mississippi, we would consider Southern Baptist, but we'd be like a Southern Baptist Reformed church. That's basically what we go to. I like the shorts. Thanks, man. We've really tried to put the shorts out of taking long content and making it shorter, so that way, if people want to get quick news or quick thought patterns on things, that's what it helps doing. Someone asked for a source of heirloom seeds. Our seeds, I love Survival Garden Seeds. There's a link below. You can get a huge savings. They do a prepping kit based on what we talk about with heirloom, with oh my gosh, with non-GMO seeds, with um, homestead blends, with medicinal blends, with herbal remedies. They've taken that company has been really near and dear to us. We talk to the owner. We try to build these packages that help people. Check out Survival Garden Seeds. They're a phenomenal company, and they give discounts to our people, and they're good, wholesome folks. Let's see. These videos are important for everyone. Thank you, Kelly, very much. Thank you. Yeah, survival garden seeds. That's the only seeds that we're using right now. We used to buy local. We used to go to. We like Hoss Tools. We like M I Gardner. We like Baker Creek. We use those seeds. But when it comes to having a seed bank and having true seeds and having a relationship with a seed provider, Jason at Survival Garden Seeds has been top notch. You can buy a prepper seed bank too. That's where we got our prepper seed bank just for safety. All right, guys, let's see. Do you have a seed bank from your garden? Yes, actually, I keep a seed bank from my personal garden. We save seeds every year, but then we also have seed banks from them sealed up to keep them safe. Thank you guys so very much for the questions you asked. Thank you for being on here this morning. I know we typically don't get on in the mornings, but I wanted to address the situation with yesterday's video. Don't know what happened, but it happened. It is what it is. So we lost it there. So please make sure you check out today's video. Today's video is a very, very eye-opening video, and it helps you think through, okay, what's my next steps on some of the things that's going on in my life. So thank you so much for watching. We're going to try again, do more lives for August. We've been really trying to do that, and we're going to keep the shorts up and keep daily posting. So if you think you have got a recommendation for coming to see my content on a daily basis, I promise you, we posted for the day. So if you haven't seen it, go find it, please, because that means the world to me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.